What do you think makes a hit today?
Well, the same thing that makes a hit today made a hit yesterday. The amazingly complex aspect of a hit is that everybody kind of has to like it at once within a concentrated span of time. Now, radio always provided that audience. The internet can provide it. Any number of things can provide it. Television can provide it. Cable, any of those audio outlets can provide it. But it really has to happen over a pretty quick span, and everybody has to somehow raise their hand together. The public has to embrace it. And you talk about lightning in a bottle. Well, it's always been said that it's easier and more likely that someone will be hit by lightning than become a hit songwriter. And I'm sure that's correct. Having a hit is a series of very fortunate occurrences that can all be called very lucky. My father, who was a very successful songwriter, as you mentioned, always said, and he was very talented, extremely talented, he always said he'd rather be lucky than talented. And I think that luck and fate are key players. It's obvious that you have to have a good song. What is a good song? There are many good songs. There's the song that makes perfect sense and is very logical, tells about a story that everybody can relate to. It might be love, it might be first love, it might be hurt love, it might be any number of aspects that you can follow the story very logically. We've all experienced aspects of it. Or it might be Horse with No Name or MacArthur's Park or any number of songs that we're not sure what they're saying, but it has some sort of magical appeal. It's hard to tell what a hit is going to be until the public speaks. And once they've spoken, whether you agree or not, it is or it isn't a hit.
You mentioned the timeless themes that resonate within songs. Is there a genre that you think might explode next?
Well, your question is there a genre that might explode next? I think the answer has to be yes. The bigger question is, what is that genre? If I knew that or was more likely than most people to guess that, I would go into A&R immediately. Our management, I would just tour the country looking for things that were different and pick out the next genre. I don't know what it is. I do know that it will occur. I do know that it will chance is that it will be discovered by what we refer to as young people. Now, young people, the older I get, seem to be older themselves, but young people will find it. They'll like it. It'll start hopping and popping and being talked about by people that are generally under 20. And if it's talked about by people generally over 20, but it's talked about by enough of them, you'll have something that everyone starts talking about, and that kind of energy causes something to emerge and helps give birth to some core thing that is happening somewhere. I don't know what it'll be, but I'm sure it will emerge. And you can be sure that BMI, whether we're the first or the second or the third to get on it, will be near the front.